This is where I was lucky enough to be. Bank holiday Monday. Look at that. And this is Sully car boot sale. It goes all the way down to the ocean or the sea. And this is just one of the fields. There's another area higher up. And it was, as you can see, a beautiful day, a beautiful setting. And I've had some stunning stuff again. So stick around, take a look at some of the things I've had, see what you think, give your opinions. So should we get started? I'm excited. I've had a lovely haul again, and what can I say? So we're going to start off with today's haul video of Antiques and Collectibles. My name is Walter O'Neill. So this is the first, which is a Spanish porcelain giraffe. This one has to be hidden because my other half loves giraffes. We have an 8-foot giraffe in the garden. This one is by Ladro. They do Ladro and Neo from the same company. Ladro's the dearer. That was a whole £1, but $1.35, $1.40 for a Ladro porcelain camel. £15, £20, no problem whatsoever. I bought 2 Russian USSR Lomsdorff dogs. This is the first. Now, these are big dogs. There's the camel. So these are decent-sized dogs. They are fully stamped up, USSR, in lovely condition. Now, I paid £5 each for the dogs, so about $7.50 each. That's the first. And then you have this one, which is a beaut. Look at the size on them. Normally you get little, tigers and things like that. Look at these. Different color back stamp, but again, USSR back stamp. Made in Russia. So yeah, really, really nice. I haven't looked these up yet, but I would imagine they're going to be around £25 or £30 each. And they cost me $5 each. So, $7.50 each. And should retail about $45. So over the moon with those. Absolute cracking. I'm going to mix in some jewelry. I had some jewelry this week. Went to the stall and I found this on the stall for £1. $1.40. It is a nice big curb chain with dog tags. The dog tags are silver and the chain is silver. There's almost 40 grams of silver here for that $1.40, £1. So I picked that up and I had it for £1. So, I sell this stuff £1 a gram. So it's about £45 per day, give or take. That's probably what I'll go out for with the dog tags on. And then she sells me a little necklace and charges me £2 because the box says sterling silver. And I don't know where I've put that one. So it's a little standard thin chain amethyst pendant, I think it is. And she charged me £2 for that, but charged me £1 for this. Well over an ounce of silver. I love car boot sales. Next, I had, for another £1, a pair of Barley Twist candlesticks. Now, you see Barley Twist candlesticks all the time, and the ones you want to buy are the ones that are open, that you can see through these twists. If you just have the twist, solid twist, they're really hard to sell. But if they're open Barley Twists, these are a lot more desirable. These come in for £1, and these will retail for about £25, £30 come Christmas time. I put a bit of wax on them, and they'll go out to £30, no problem at all. So my £1 again, $1.50 again. As you can see, I've had some cracking cheap buys. Now, Sully isn't a stupid start like Splot. Splot, I leave at 2 in the morning, and I get there for 3. And there's probably 50 dealers there, and I'm buying off the house clearance at 3 o'clock in the morning. Sully, I turned up at 6 o'clock, drove straight in, put my tables out because I was selling down there, and I went walking around. So it wasn't even dark. And I stumbled upon a couple of ladies who put out a box of jewelry. I paid £10 for this little haul. All right, so now what I'd done, I picked a couple of pieces up that were worth money, and then I thought, okay, well, I'll put a few more pieces in with it, so it doesn't stand any particular item out. So this is the first, and it's a beautiful costume jewelry brooch. Really nice thing. But I just put this in purely because of how decorative it was, and I wanted to bulk up and take attention away from the other bits. So that's the first piece. That's a tenner on his own, let's be honest. My money's back today. Then I had this, which is absolutely perfect, which is a Welsh dragon in brass. Well, I presume brass, possibly gold plate, by a company called, bear with me, I have to use my phone because my eyeglasses isn't around here. KIGU, registered design. So we have another little Welsh dragon brooch, well, pin brooch, whatever you want to call them. I also have a sterling silver dragon pendant, which I'll put on a chain and it'll go out for about, again, another sort of 10, 12 pounds, something like that, with a little thin chain on it. Little beautiful sterling silver dragon. Come on, turn around. I'd like to show. Wow. So bear in mind, I've only paid a tenner for the 5 pieces. Next we have this, which has to be tested. It's Celtic. Looks Iona with this ship. However, it's not marked silver and it's not marked Iona or nothing. So I'm going to have to acid test this one. It's potentially silver and it's certainly in the Iona style. If it's costume jewelry in the Iona style, it's like a 10 or 15 pound brooch. But if it turns out it's silver without the markings, it's a 25 or 30 pound brooch. And my final piece, which is the money piece, was this. Now, normally, a lot of the time when you find mixed color, white and yellow, it's silver and gold. Now, I must admit, I thought I'd bought a diamond ring at 6 o'clock in the morning. But I've tested these stones up, and although there is a lot of movement on them, they're not testing up as diamonds. So I'm going to have to actually get my Presidium gem tested out and test them properly. But I don't think they're diamonds, but I will check them again tidy. This is 9 carat, 375 stamped to the inside. Look at that. 5.2 grams. Not missing any stones. Nine carat gold at the moment, about £16 a gram. So you work that out, it's £80 a scrap. Just for that one ring. If they're not diamonds, I'll probably just put it out for £100 on the website and sell it. If they are diamonds, then it'll go out for about £150, £175. But I had those 5 pieces in the box for a tenner. So $13, $14 for the 5 pieces. This is why I love summer boot sales. About 10 times yesterday in Sully, I heard there's no gold in there. There's no gold in there. There's no gold in there. There was gold in one of them. Moving on. I purchased this piece off a fellow dealer who will be watching. So hello, Justin. I purchased this off him. He bought it down in Sully. I think he was hoping it was a lot older than it is. For a change, the lid is in good condition also. But I'd say this is sort of 1970s, possibly even 1980s. It's hand-painted, it's Chinese porcelain, it's just a decorative piece, and I gave him a tenner. I don't think it actually shows him a profit. I think it just got him out on it because he thought it was a lot older than it is. It's going to take a while to sell because it doesn't have the age, so it's not going to attract the big collectors. So I'll probably put 45 on it, something like that. Maybe even a bit more, and just wait for an offer to come in on it. But yeah, it's a modern piece, but it's decorative. But I still like it. So I had that off Justin, so thank you very much. I also had off Justin this, which he paid 50 pence for, so he sort of made up for it, was a white metal and ivory page turner. Little chip on the ivory just there and the other side there. Always the case. Now, bear in mind, you cannot sell elephant ivory of any age anymore. It is now totally illegal. This isn't going to be elephant ivory. Elephant ivory is pure white. It's beautiful. This is probably walrus ivory or something like that. So, yeah. But to be honest, it was probably safer to stay away from ivory altogether now. Little page turner. I paid him a $5. He paid 50 pence. I paid him about $7.50. Same dealer, Justin. We were both walking around together, and he picks up a Chinese porcelain bowl and says, "I don't want it. Do you want it?" Hands it to me. And then I saw a beautiful stoneware bottle that I said, "It's too big for me. Do you want it?" And he had it. His was £2. Mine was £2. I'm much happier with mine. It has got a couple of hairlines and a chip, restored chip, but this is a 19th century, I think it's Celadon. It's peach bloom Celadon bowl. I will double check that now in a moment. It's got a peach bloom, the peaches inside. You can see the chip on the rim there. And there is a tight hairline running off that chip. But you know what? Period 19th century Qing porcelain, hand painted for £2. And it has got this Celadon glaze, this green glaze. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. So thank you for handing me that, and I hope you do well on the bottle I pointed out to you. I also purchased a couple of little brooches. I purchased this one, which should be silver. It's not marked. It's a little white metal and amber brooch, or pin again. That one cost me a whole £1. Even if it's just an amber brooch, it's going to be around a tenner. It's not going to be much dearer if it's silver or base metal or plated. It doesn't matter. It's still going to be like a £10 brooch. It's nothing spectacular. Snowball. Hey. Dog has got a ear infection. She won't leave a ear alone. Willow, come here. Come here. Say hello. Say hello. Say hello, look. Who's that? Watch you not get him off. Don't you. She got a ear infection because she's having injections, and she won't leave her alone. If she won't leave her alone, it's going to be a caller soon. Okay. Where do I go from here? Okay. Next, I purchased these off a friend who was down there. He buys a bit and sells it to me and keeps a bit. And last week, he beat me to a beautiful piece of Chinese silver. But he kept that. Anyway, so we have, this is the first. And this is the second. This sort of mythical, almost like a Greek-looking design to them. Now, these are replicas of probably a serious antiquity, probably 1,000-year-old plate. Elkington to do copies and things like that. However, these ones are actually produced by the British Museum. And how do I know that? Because they stamped on the back, British Museum. So these are souvenir pieces produced, no doubt, a replica of something they have in the museum. Well, that's my assumption. They could have just produced a series themselves. I haven't looked it up yet, but they are fully stamped on the back. British Museum Production Limited. So I would imagine they've got a set there and they've had replicas made to sell. And looking at them, they got a little bit of age too. So a bit of research needed. Now, I paid a $5 each, so I paid a tenner. It's about $13.50, $14 for the pair. And to be honest with you, I see them £10, £20 a piece, no problem at all. They're just so decorative. Beautiful little things, 20 quid each is nothing, no money really for a bit of metalware like that. I got another bit of jewelry to share with you. Now, don't you love it when it actually says what it is on the tin? Now, bear with me, the earrings are falling out there. So we have a beautiful sterling silver necklace and earring set. I say beautiful, it is what it is. I like the classic, circle design. Now it actually states it there on the box, sterling silver. Now, don't always trust what it says on the box. I confirmed it by pulling that out and having a quick look of the lobster claw. But you would think when you're at a car boot sale and something says 9-carat gold or sterling silver, they would at least think, that's gold or silver. I better up the price. That cost me a whole £1. Earrings and the necklace. It's nice to have the feel of boot sales back. I've missed them during all the lockdowns, I tell you. If I stick with a little bit of silver, what's this? Empty box. Stick with a little bit of silver that I purchased. Purchased this, which is a full set of 12 fish knives and forks. However, they have sterling silver bands. So these can be hard to sell, but if they got silver bands, they do like them. And there's a full set of 12. I would assume the handles are like a ivory plastic or something like that. They're all stamped sterling. Snowball, come on, love. So they're stamped sterling on the bands, and yeah, £3. So my £3 is about $4.50. The case isn't brilliant, smiling at you there, look, but do you know what? For £3, even if I was to say there's a set of 6 knives, a set of 6 forks, split them up and do £15 for 6 knives, £15 for 6 forks, and give them the option of buying either, or put them on for £30 a set, £25-30 a set with the silver bands. They're gonna go. Next, I had this. Now, I'm not a big watchman, or I don't know a lot about watches, but I had an Ingersoll with the date or the day on it. Now, the downside is the glass has got a tiny chip and a little scratch. So I got to do a bit of research on it, but it's a nice watch. And to be honest with you, it may end up joining my little watch collection. Ingersoll, been going for quite a while. I think it's a wind-up. Well, I can't hear nothing and the hand isn't going round, so it might need attention, or it could be a battery. I haven't got a clue. I'll chuck it in. I'll have a new glass put on the front, probably have it serviced, and end up probably keeping that. I don't know yet, because it's got a lovely look, and I love that strap. Look at the strap on that. It was either £1 or £2. I can't quite remember, to be honest with you. My book's in the car. I could go and have a look, but it was either £1 or £2. This I bought just purely because I love agate. We have a beautiful piece. Now, it's a slice of agate, but they've then carved out this beautiful little dip to form a little dish. And, I have no idea what you'd use it for, but it's such a tactile, beautiful, feels lovely in your hands. And I just love agate. Honestly, the colors are stunning. When the sunlight was on this, it was glowing. However, that may end up going to my stepdaughter. Something you haven't seen me buy for a while, now the boot sales are back open, is a pair of Victorian rummers. Now, these are nothing spectacular. As they go for drinking glasses, they probably bottom end. However, they have a gadget tool mark. So it's on a tool that pinches them. Still hand blown, but it's on a tool rather than on a rod. 3-part construction still. Engraved bowl. You can see the ferns there. Not a lot of sound, but look at the rim on that. It's wonky as hell. You can see where it's been cut off. Now I paid £1, 50 pence a glass. So $1.50, $1.40. If you went back 10, 15 years, then you're talking £20 each, £25 each. Now you're talking about £15 a pair. That's the difference. However, that's just because they're bottom end ones. They date to about 1860, 1880, thereabouts, and they're in good condition, no chips or cracks. For £1, I weren't going to leave them there. I do love antique drinking glasses. That is a pair of antique drinking glasses. I also had this. Now, it's unsigned, but the work that's gone into it is nothing short of amazing. It's probably Bohemian or Czech or something like that, but look at that. Every panel is beautifully cut. The entire thing is just stunning. It only cost me £1. Would you want to do all that work and cut all that piece of glass or crystal for £1? Here's the pointal mark, and it is not signed. They've even cut the rim. Look at that. It's just spectacular. Lovely piece of crystal for £1. It's not worth a lot. Unsigned, it's like a £10 piece of crystal. But it's absolutely stunning. The quality, honestly, I can't tell you how, through the photographs, how beautiful this is. Do you know, if you had a name like Waterford on a vase of this quality, you'd be asking serious money. Even a small vase like this is about 5-6 inches tall, that's all. But it's a beautiful thing. Just couldn't leave it there for the £1. Have I got anything else? Oh, yeah. I started off at the top section in Sully, so you didn't get to see that. And I stumbled on a woman selling coins. I haven't even been through them yet. However, I can tell you there's American silver dimes, there's a couple of 3 pences or 3 pences. And I picked up, there's even a pound coin. So it's worth £1. I picked it up. I said, how much are your coins? She said, well, 10 pence. And I think she meant each. And then I went for the lot. And she went, oh, give me £1. There's an Australian one. No, that's Chinese. And that one. There's a nice little group in here. There's a couple of Australian ones, New Zealand, American dimes. There's £1, and there's a pound coin in there. So really, when I bank that pound coin, because you can still bank it, and it's still worth face value, then the rest of the coins become free. And I got a cute little cat box to sell back on the boot sale when I'm done. Edward Sharp and Sons Limited. I bet the little cat box is worth £1 anyway, so when I take the coins out, I'll probably get £1 for the box. So somebody will buy the little cat box for £1. Have I got anything else I want to share with you for today? I don't think I have. I've got my next video. I bought a set of Danish tables with tiles in, and I've got a massive photograph album with photos, and I'm going to take my time and film the album so you get to see the photographs inside the album. So yeah, I got some pieces for another video, but that'll be for another day. Hope you've enjoyed some lovely things. And I tell you what, I'm going to be in Sully every week I can. It's going to be 1 week in Gethlegay, 1 week in Sully, 1 week in Gethlegay, 1 week in Sully, because I have to work around my partner working. So two Sundays a month, I'll be down Sully. And if I can, I'll get some video in, if I can, down in Sully. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a comment. Let me know if you've got any favorites. Oh, hang on. I've got another one. I'll have to put in another video. Got a big piece of trench art. You'll have to go in another video. So, I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.